You could also add a middle color if you have a very big difference from the lowest to the highest. This can be helpful sometimes. And then I will click to OK. And you will see here now that I can see immediately where the high values are. It is sorted, and I can also click in here for June, and I will only see the June. The next thing I will do is we will have a look at the filtering, because here if I click on September, it will be filtered down, and this is what I do not want to have. Today I will show you how you can create heat maps that really add value to the user. We will combine a matrix as a heat map or a table with a column in the bar chart, and you will see this will increase the user's experience with the heat map immediately. So let's jump into Power BI and see how we do it. So here we are in Power BI, and I'm still using my e-commerce dataset. And the first thing we will do is we will create a table, and in this table we will put the matrix, and in this matrix we will put the month short on the columns, and we will put the order IDs on the rows, and we will put in the sum of the revenue as the values. So this is what I want to see, and I will adjust this a little bit, and this is the first step. And what we will turn off immediately is the auto size, because I do not like that and it makes things complicated later. The next thing we will add is a column chart. We will go for a clustered column chart. We will put it here, and in the clustered column chart we will also put the months, the short ones, and we will put the sum of the revenue also. And there are some blanks which we will remove here and also here. And here we will change the grid lines. We will turn them off, and we will go for the y-axis, turn off the title, and also in the x-axis. And I think I will also turn the values and turn on the data labels instead. So it's looking much better now. And by doing so, I can now adjust here the columns in the heat map. This is the first thing I'm doing now to match the distribution of the column chart. I have to make this a little bit bigger, because then it's easier, and we will have to drag this in a little bit. And the first thing we will do is also we will go to the column headers and align them in the center, and we will also turn off the backgrounds as well. And for the size and style of the table, we will go for minimal, yes, and we will turn off the background so you can see the table fits into the frame. And now we have here the order ID, and we have the revenue per month. What you can do here in the properties is you can go to the data format, you can go to the sum of the revenue, and you can choose here how you want to have it formatted. This is pretty cool, because often this is a currency and I don't want to have the currency in here. So I can choose here again how I want to see it. And I will go to a decimal number with a thousand separator, and I will say only one decimal place, or let's say 0. And then you have this heat map here. So the next thing we will do is we will go to the grid and change the color of the borders, because I do not like this color. I will change it to this lila. And the next thing I will do, I will go to the grid lines and turn them on. Both usually I do not like them, but in this case I will. And I will make them white, and I will make them 2. You will see in a few minutes why I'm doing this, because now we go to the cell elements, and I will turn on now the background color, because I want to guide the user to see the higher values and the lower values immediately. So I will turn on this background color, and now you can see immediately why I choose the white color, because the white grid is giving the whole thing a little bit of space to breathe. We will sort this, and now you can see here are the higher values and the lowers. And we will go to the background color, and we will make some adaptations. And for the background colors, we will go to the FX, and for the lower value, I will choose a light gray. And for the highest value, I will choose this lila color. You could also add a middle color if you have a very big difference from the lowest to the highest. This can be helpful sometimes. And then I will click to OK. And you will see here now that I can see immediately where the high values are. It is sorted, and I can also click in here for June, and I will only see the June. The next thing I will do is we will have a look at the filtering, because here if I click on September, it will be filtered down, and this is what I do not want to have. So I will edit here the interactions, and I will go to none here. And if I click here, I want to have this filtered down, because I can now select here an order, and I can see immediately when this order was and how big or how small it was. This is pretty cool also if you want to track some product prices. So you can also change the order ID here versus the volume of the products, which we will do now. So we will go here for the product and move this over here again. And so you can see here also the distribution over the months. So you can choose this product and you can see it was bought in January, February, May, and December. And you can also see where the values were the highest. What I often do not like is that when I'm doing this, all the other months disappear, because in this charts, these months were here. So you have to go back, change this to a column and a line chart, go to the data labels and correct them again. And what they do then here now is I'm dragging in a dummy line, and this dummy line is 0 often. So this is just a value where the lower bound is always 0. So I'm dragging this in, and you see immediately that all the months are here again. Then we will go to the lines, go to the column, make them transparent, and put off the data labels for this line, and also put off the secondary axis, because sometimes it gets turned on, and turn off also the legend. And now if you click on this product, you can see that the columns stay where they are, which is much better than letting them move. So you can see immediately that this was only ordered from June to December, and so on. And what I can do also now, if I want to see the orders, which I often combine the product and the orders, then I add a clustered bar chart, put it here, and in this clustered bar chart, I will put the order ID and the revenue, and I can see immediately if I click on this product how many orders there have been with this product. But first we will improve also this one. We will turn off the grid lines, go to the x-axis, turn on the values of the values and the title, go to the y-axis, turn off the title, increase this to 12. We will also change this to 45 so that the width is a little bit bigger, and we will turn on the data labels, and we will give it a better title, so revenue by order ID, and here we will also say some revenue per month. And what you can do also now here is you can filter in by the order. So you can say, I want to see this order. First, we have to change the interactions. We will click here and change the interaction on filter. And then you can go on this order and it will filter down the products. But you can see this order had no product in this. So if you click on an order ID, you can also see immediately which product was bought and which product was in this order and when it was bought. And I personally like this combination a lot. If you want to increase the user's experience now, you can also make it easier for him by adding here a text. So if you select this product, it will be shown immediately that this product is selected and how many orders there have been. And we will do that by insert a text box. And in this text box, we will write orders and we will make it bold and we'll make it 16. We will go here and we will turn off the background. So this is one text box. We will copy this and we'll use it for the products. And what we will check now with the measure is if there is only one value selected or if there are multiple values selected. If there are multiple values selected, we will count the values and say this is 2000 products. And if there is only one product selected, we will say, oh yes, this is the product. And for this, we will write the measure, and the measure will be select the product. Then we will check the number selected. It's the distinct count of the product. And then we will say the result should be, the result is if number selected is 1, then we want to have the selected value of the product, and otherwise we want to have the number selected, and then we will return the result. So we will go to the products, we will use this dynamic value, we will go to the selected product. This will need some time, but it's here already. Then we can format it here. We want to have 1,000 separator, want to have a whole number. We will go to save and we will increase it to 16. And then you can see that 3,576 products are selected. And if I select the soya nails, the first one, I will see the name. And the same thing we will do with the orders. So we will take this measure and copy it. Go to measures, new measure, and we will say selected order. Here we want to count the order ID, and here we will also give back the order ID. The rest will stay the same. Here we will add order ID, and then we will also add here the dynamic value and the selected order ID. So we will also add the 1,000 separator, also go for a whole number and go to save. We will also increase this to 16. And now you can see that the soya nail polish was ordered in 22 orders. If I select one single order, I can see here the order ID and that there have been 4 products in the order. So I hope I could show you how you can improve the user experience with a heat map and how you can add some additional features to make it easier readable for the user. If you liked the video, don't forget to leave a thumbs up. I wish you a great day now and hope to see you on my channel soon. Bye bye.